Beautiful sana, inapendeza sana. Tuketi sebuleni dakika 19 juu ya saa 3 majira ya Afrika ya Mashariki. Tunataka tuongee kuhusu sanaa sasa. Ni time ya sanaa. Ilikuwa saa zile tunaongea kuhusu majukumu kwa jamii, mambo maridadi ambayo yatatufaa sisi sote. Ungana nami jinsi ambavyo tutaongea mambo ya sanaa na ujasiriamali. Yaani sanaa na ujasiriamali itamaanisha katika sanaa inakuwa na biashara vipi, mambo kama hale, na watoto vipi wa kike ni jinsi gani wanajituma na kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba wanatengeneza uchumi, wanapata kitega uchumi, mambo yao yanakuwa fresh kabisa. Jiunge nami ninapomkaribisha Chebet Mutai papa. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Kwa maridadi?
Niko salama.
Alafu naona unavokaa, unakaa tu kisanaa, picha, nakshi za mavazi, mambo maridadi kabisa.
Okay.
Nashakia Afrika kweli pia.
Nashi. Sawa, asante kwa kunikaribisha hapa KU. Nilikuwa mwanafunzi hapa.
Allah, mashallah.
Yeah.
Mwaka gani wewe ulikuwa unafanya nini?
Stroke 3. Stroke 3. Graduate 2008. 7-8 hapo. Nilikuwa nafanya B.Ed Econ and French. And hapa ilikuwa ofisi ya chancellor.
Unakumbuka vizuri sana. Alafu mambo mengi yamebadilika over time.
Yeah, kumebadilika sana. Kunakaa vizuri sana.
Kunakaa vizuri maridadi. Ilishakuwa city.
Yeah.
Mpaka kuna uni city ndani. Mashallah. Ulinitangulia kweli na mambo mazuri, sio? Mambo ujitambulisha na mambo yako hapo. Wewe uko hapa kwa nini na shughuli gani? Econ na mambo ya French imeingianaje na vitu ambavyo unafanya sasa? It's your time.
Sawa. Kwa majina naitwa Chebet Mutai. Mimi ni msanii ambaye anatengeneza vipochi na ngozi. Kampuni yangu inaitwa WAZAWAZI, na WAZAWAZI ni jina ya Kiswahili actually. Nimemix, nimechangaza. WAZAWAZI kumaanisha open minded, as in tunafaa kuwa tunakaribisha watu tofauti, tunawakubali walivyo. Ndio niliona niite kampuni yangu WAZAWAZI. So just be open minded, accept diversity, accept people the way they are, and then hopefully we become better as people. You know, for as long as you're not harming anyone and you're not causing damage to the environment, you're taking care of others like our previous speaker, I think we have a better world. So that's what WAZAWAZI means. I worked for the development agencies like the World Bank for 3 years after I left KU. And after a while I thought, you know, I think I can do better with my abilities and my talent by creating jobs, as opposed to talking about creating jobs. And I feel like that's a lot that goes around that conversation around reducing poverty and aid. I think that's the worst thing that has happened to us, is to touch that honeypot of aid. I think it set us back many years. And you know, Africa is the richest continent. And early settlers knew that. Even without technology, they knew that, wow, this is like...
Yani ilikuwa shamba, walikuwa wanavuna tu.
Yeah.
Wanavuna tu.
Yeah, and you know, the continuation of that relationship now changed to be more of us relying on aid. Why do we need aid yet we are the richest? I don't understand. So that is why it is important for us to be part of our own solution. In fact, we're the only people who can create solutions for our continent by creating jobs, by, you know, being diverse, being innovative. Just think outside the box. In fact, do away with the box completely and just solve problems. There's enough things to solve here.
WAZAWAZI, asante sana kwa kuwazawazi.
Yeah.
Na kuhakikisha kwamba watu wanakaa fresh kabisa, mambo wanaweza kujitolea suluhu zao.
Yeah.
Among the things ambayo unafanya kwenye kampuni yako ni nini?
Well, tulianza na kushona nguo. Napenda fashion. Na nikadecide.
Really?
Yeah. Na leo ni dress down Tuesday.
Lakini nikiwaza wazi,
Yeah.
naona inaongea mambo mengi sana.
Yeah.
Napenda fashion, sio?
Napenda fashion.
Sasa unavokaa hivi, inakuweka vipi? Inasawiri nini? Inachora picha gani?
Sahizi ama in
hivi,
general.
hivi wewe ulivyo sasa.
I think niko dressed as smart casual. I mean, I can go to a club now the way I am, and I can also go to a board meeting.
Yeah, anaweza enda kubisha size.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Gone.
Wow. Yeah, so I mean, just and personally, I sijai kuwa na hiyo idea that you need to look a certain way to be able to work. I don't agree with that. You just, so long as you're doing your best, and your best sometimes has to be good enough, or it's not good enough. Yeah. And you're competent, and you know are a well-behaved person, I think you should just be yourself. Yeah.
Unapenda liberty sana ya mind wewe.
Yeah. I think you see, I think it really to confine, first of all, is first our old educational system. I say old because now we are following the competence-based curriculums. Yeah. Yes, I am excited about that. Because your system ilikuwa, it was built for industrial age revolution, where you needed workers to just not think and just stay in your production line, and they just work until they can't work no more, then they die.
Na hiyo ni phase gani ya maendeleo?
Yeah.
Katika 21st century.
Yeah, it was okay in 1940 when we needed to reconstruct the world after the wars, but now it doesn't work at all. You need, because kila mtu amesoma, or si kila mtu, but a lot of people wamesoma. Like hapa sahi KU mko 10,000. I mean, there is not enough uptake for all those jobs, to create those jobs. So we need people to think and create solutions.
Tuwaze wazi. Haya, fashion ni wanafanya mambo ya fashion. Maybe we can explain further what exactly you deal with.
Yeah, so I run a company called WAZAWAZI, and WAZAWAZI manufactures high quality luxury leather goods for local markets, but also for export. Na tukiendelea, we would like to get into more products like go back to clothes, shoes, footwear, accessories, and even services like travel. Because what I know for a fact, after traveling around the world, I know for a fact that the world is very curious about us as Africans. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, or it's not at all a bad thing. It's now, and if you're going out there or you're curating that perception, we need to be careful about what we're presenting, because that's what people will absorb. So when I am trying to create a brand that is 360, it's so that we have the opportunity to curate more ideas about who we are as a people. That's the most important thing for me, is to influence perceptions around who we are as Africans. And that's why the artist project in Turkana.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's why it was so amazing for me to be part of it, because it was an opportunity to open up, at least for Start Kenya.
So you've collaborated with some
other
organization?
with a film company called Content House. It's a Kenyan film company. It's a production house with a whole spectrum of activities, but they are well known for their amazing documentaries. They did one documentary, I don't know if you've ever seen it, it's called The Last Fight, about Kenyan boxers. I mean, it was amazing. Then they also did one on Rudisha and many other documentaries, yeah? And Content House basically likes to put great stories in front of audiences, and so this is how this one came about. It was actually after Jackie, who's the project lead and the director of Jackie Lebo, and a girl, an amazing girl in Turkana called Ikal, who started a campaign to stop the construction of a dam in Ethiopia on the Omo River, which would reduce the water on in Lake Turkana. I mean, Lake Turkana alone, you know, supports so much life around it. But by damming it on its main source of water, it means that the water would shrink significantly. Yeah. And
kumekuwa na uhasama sana katika mpaka
well, so Ikal managed to block that. She even went ahead. She managed to stop that construction, but unfortunately, while the World Bank stopped that project, the Chinese have taken it over in Ethiopia. So we have a problem in Turkana potentially because the water levels are going to go down.
Nimeona pia mmeongea kuhusu mambo ya Ateker.
Yes, Ateker is a community of people who speak the similar language. So the Turkana, the Karamoja of Uganda, they speak this language. And, you know, they are one people, really. Just they live on different sides, but, you know, if it wasn't for the construction of borders, we would all be the same. Borders were a social construct. And rivers, for example, don't respect those borders. They don't know about your borders. I mean, so these communities, of course, they're separated by man-made borders, but they're really the same people. So our project in Turkana is an opportunity to start conversations around what Turkana is. I mean, I had never been to Turkana, and in fact, the first time I heard about the project, I was like, wait, Turkana, really? Okay, fine, let's go. And I tell you, for a fact, it's one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And I've been around many places. Turkana is amazing. I mean, the beach on at Elias Springs. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been there.
God,
that's my home county.
Wongo.
Kweli.
Unatoka huko?
Mimi natoka Turkana. Napenda unapozungumza alafu hiyo story maridadi sana. Unaona vile nilifanya nikabim.
I mean, Turkana is pretty awesome. I was so impressed. Ingawa hizo scorpions zilikuwa zinanistua, lakini haikuni.
Kwa tu makini.
Yeah, alafu one of our artists, Eliza, I mean, she's one of the most amazing people I've ever met. She's one of our artists.
Tunaweza kuona hizo picha, sio?
Yes.
Do you have it? Do you have them?
Yeah. So hapo ni Elias Springs, and the collaboration here is with Maggie Modo, who's a beading artist from Karamoja, and Eliza, and then me as the model there. So the point, this is Iman. So the character I am portraying is Iman, who's a water goddess, a goddess in the Great Rifts Lake, and she emits power. She's a leader. She's a protector and a warrior of nature. And you know, the Turkana are very close to nature. I mean, it's their way of life. And so we're just trying to portray the power of you know, an unseen god or goddess who can be a protector. And you know, the thing is, it's everyday people. It's everyday people who stand for something and protect whatever is at risk and whatever is vulnerable.
Endeleeni sana kwenda Turkana. Hiyo power nataka nione ni feel tu.
Tunapenda sana kwenda. Yeah, people are really nice.
Jua pia ni tamu. Ulipataje mambo ya temperatures huko? Ulikuwa umeshazoea temperatures kama hizo?
Yeah, ni joto, but you dress for it. You know, that's why Turkana ndo ambaye nguo.
Okay. Wachana mtu wa fashion now.
No, I mean, your clothes are very light. I mean, it's really hot.
Yeah,
but the coast is also hot.
True.
The coast is also hot. Why do we go to the coast and they not go to Turkana? It's beautiful. The swimming in the hot water is really good. Because it's like swimming in, I don't know, I've never swum in milk even though I'm a Kale, but I imagine it would be like that. It's really nice. The water is great. The nights, you know, the sky is really beautiful.
Lakini napenda jinsi ambavyo mmeshirikiana. Unafanya mambo yako tofauti, mwingine anafanya mambo yake tofauti, alafu mnakuja mnashirikiana. Mnakwenda mpaka kushikanisha karibu hata mataifa matatu ama mataifa mawili, jamii ambazo zimetenganishwa na mipaka, lakini unasema hii ni ya mawazo tu. Waza wazi. Hapa ni kwetu sote, tunaweza kufurahia. Watu wanapokea vipi kazi ambazo mnafanya kama especially mlivyoshirikiana?
Nimeona ni kama watu wamefurahia. The response, it has caused a lot of curiosity around Turkana. A lot of people have asked me about Turkana. I have friends who've gone to Turkana, and I think it's just a matter of starting that conversation and inspiring curiosity. And that is the objective of our project, and any artistic project or any documentary. It should start a conversation. It needs to start for something, and for us it's to open up minds to how we are the same. We're really the same. I mean, if you think about it, before borders we were literally the same people, really.
Napenda unavyozungumza sana, unanifikirisha sana. Wewe ni thinker mkubwa sana, think tank kwa ndani ya nyumba, alafu natuchorea walimwengu ambao pengine unasema kumbe ni majirani tu, alafu unajua watu wanakaa pamoja hata ajui jirani yake. Kila mtu anaishi tu maisha yake. Vipi Shaban? Mimi naitwa Anko Gotea sana Chebet tu sana. Imagine hii mada imemfurahisha sana. Ansa hii mada imemfurahisha sana. Whatever we are talking about.
Good.
Kitu ambacho kimemfurahisha sana. Well, coming to you, mambo ya sijui kama umefanya exhibition ASK? I don't know.
Actually, I am a permanent tenant of the ASK.
Mashallah. Go on.
Yeah, and ASK.
We should go to your tent, Sasa.
Please, please welcome.
We are there.
ASK is my big supporter, and I encourage everyone to just visit even after the show and see opportunities to work with the ASK, because after the show there's a lot of space that is available that you can, you know, rent as an artist or as a creator. You know, sometimes we're always saying we need workspace, we need space. You know, you can talk to the ASK and they're very fair and reasonable to host you as a tenant. And also, by the way, they now have permanent exhibition halls. These are huge construction, and you're welcome to come and see, you know, an exhibition facility for international shows. See, this is a viwanda, but sasa nyumba kama KICC. I mean, it's 4,000 people capacity or something. Unaenda show?
So today nimekuwa show. Hata leo nikitoka hapa naenda show. So nataka tuende kwa tent yako. Ni permanent Tutaenda mpaka ikiisha show. Tarehe 7.
Unaweza kuja hata tarehe 9. That's what I mean.
Nataka pia uongee na watu na jinsi ambavyo watakufikia. Ukienda pale wewe kama mtu mzima kama mimi unalipa shilingi 300, lakini kama wewe ni mwanahabari pia kama mimi unaingia tu unaangazia, lakini unafurahia sana. Kama unakwenda na mtoto wako ni 250, tukifunga kwa sababu pia muda wetu umekimbia sana Chebet, na watu wengi wamefurahia unavyozungumza. There's a way maybe unaweza connect na watu wakutafute.
WAZAWAZI, si wasiwasi, si wazawaza. Tuko online, tuko on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also we have a website. So you can reach out and let me know what you're thinking. I'm happy to be a mentor as an entrepreneur.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Nakutakia kila la heri.
Hata wewe nakutakia kila la heri.
Kibonjour, tutakuwa tunaongea kwa ya Kifaransa. Kila kitu kizuri ambacho unakifanya katika maisha yako, zama. Ukisanzuka na nguvu, chapa kazi. Kijana Msudani, sauti ya kiume, usipime Laban Shaban. Ninafanya hivyo, sende mbali.